What's the cheesiest ending you could think of? If I'm in the key of C major, it might sound a little something like this. Sure, a 5-1 or a 4-5-1 really says complete, but when everyone's expecting you to dunk it, switching your move the last second brings a lot of excitement. Here's 5 surprise endings that'll make any listener's ears perk up with intrigue and excitement. Going from a 4 major to a 4 minor is similar to a 4-5 progression, except with a little extra spice. Hammer your pinky to the B string to give your chord a little more character. For a classic, bright change of tone, you could throw in a flat 6 and a flat 7 after you resolve, kind of like an unexpected tag. When I switch keys, the flat 6 and the flat 7 should be easy to find, because they're each one whole step apart. So in the key of A, I move a whole step back to my flat 7, and a whole step back to my flat 6. Of course, the 4 chord is parallel to the root on the E string on the A string. So here's an idea. Try and stay with me. In our flat 6, flat 7 chord progression, in A, it's F to G to A. F and D minor are relative major and minors. D minor being the 4 chord of A, 4 minor, just like that one. So what if I exchange my F for D minor and do a tag going D minor, G, A minor? Let's see what that sounds like. Now let's take a naturally resolving chord progression like a 6-2-5-1. Now in the key of E major, instead of resolving to the E after our 5 chord, let's go to this flat 6. Now here's probably the simplest surprise ending. Before resolving to your 1 chord, play a major 7 chord a half step up. Now that could fit in pretty easily in a jazz R&B context, but let's hear what it sounds like with basic triads in a pop context. I call this one the flat 5 tag. It's similar to the flat 6, flat 7, where it can be added on after the ending, just to add a little extra pizzazz. Basically what's happening here is we have 2 separate 2-5-1 chord progressions. We have a 2-5-1 going to C sharp minor, our 3 chord, and we have a 2-5-1 moving to our key center of A major. The flat 5 tag can be tricky to throw in there, so we want to find those 2-5-1s first. So in the key of E, I gotta find a flat fifth away and start with my chord right there. Okay, so let's vibe this whole ending with our E major chord progression. So there you go, 5 different endings that you can experiment with. You could play them after your traditional ending, like a surprise tag, or you could play any of them before resolving to the 1 and just really give it a pop. Mix and match, be creative, have fun with it. Interactive tabs with slowdown features, available with exclusive lessons and jam tracks for Patreon supporters. How many cool ideas do you learn off of YouTube, only to go jam with a friend or try and write a song and your mind just goes completely blank? Well, I organized dozens of neo-soul concepts into this easy-to-follow 34-page book. The book is divided into 7 different jam scenarios, each with its own chord progression, rhythm style, and solo approach. So if you like learning neo-soul guitar and want a resource that organizes all the tricks that you need to jam, this is the book. So keep jamming and stay nasty.